This is Jessica Bowman for the Show Your Heart Out Virtual Horse Show number 3, and this is the open showmanship class. So we will start with 5th place in this class, which is Bailey, and go in for Baroque. Okay. Nice strong walk to the first cone, trots right off right at the marker, which we like to see. Good trot as we come around. As we kind of finish the turn though, we start to lose that right hand behind us. The horse gets a little behind our motion. We want to keep that horse right with us, keeping our right arm right up close to our body as we trot around. Transitions nice into her walk, stops right at the marker. Good pivot on this horse. Leaves the shoulder behind a little bit in these turns. We want to see him keep his spine just a little bit straighter as we go through to kind of increase the maneuver score. Trots right off in this really tight turn, comes in really straight to the judge. We have a little bit of a penalty. The horse moves his foot after she presents for inspection. So we do have a penalty within the inspection, but she's doing a good inspection, so she's still plussing on her maneuver, even with the penalty. Good square setup. And then right here is where we run into a little bit of trouble. She does her left front leg, or her left leg crosses over that horse's left front leg, which puts her in the danger zone. When we go to back the horse up in showmanship, that is a 10-point penalty. So that's something to kind of watch in the future. But otherwise, really nice pattern. 4th place in our class is Belinda. Really nice strong walk. Transitions right at the cone into a really nice trot. Like to see maybe a little more forward motion out of this exhibitor and horse. I think that would smooth it out a little bit, add just a little more degree of difficulty to this pattern. She does a good job with her arc, keeps that horse right with her all the way around the turn without letting him get behind. Good strong walk right here. Nice job in the pivot. This horse steps right into the trot. She makes her arc, really nice tight corner, coming in straight to the judge. Okay, we have this horse pretty square. He's a little bit forward in that left hind, but not too bad. I like that this exhibitor inspects her horse each time she crosses over. I would like to see her just step maybe a half step closer to that horse and have her elbows a little more relaxed to her side. Then again here we kind of have the same issue with the last pattern. Our left leg is crossed over that horse's left front leg, putting us in the danger zone, which in the showmanship does incur a 10-point penalty, which is a pretty big hit to the score. She finishes the pattern really nice. We just work on that back up and our positioning. We'd be probably 1 or 2 in the class. So let's see. 3rd place in the class is let me check. Yes, 3rd place. All right, so 3rd place is Christy. Like to see a little more walk at the beginning, but really smooth and a pretty transition into our trot. Does a good job here making that horse stay right with her all around this turn without letting him get stuck behind her. Starts out really nice in the pivot. As we end here, the horse starts to kind of curl in the rib cage and in the body, and we just want to work on him keeping his rib cage straight. Nice sharp turn straight to the judge. Horse is bumping on her a little bit, coming around that turn, a little invasion of her space, kind of bumping back and forth off her arm. So that's something to work on. Nice, quick, square setup. We want to make sure that we take the same amount of steps each time we cross over so we aren't spinning on our toes. Okay. Pretty decent backup, maybe needs a little bit of work, but she stayed in that correct position, didn't step into that danger zone. So very nice job. And first place in our class is Bailey with good slow ride. Nice strong first impression in that walk to that cone. Like to see a little more forward motion in the trot, and as we start the loop, we do kind of lose the horse behind us a little bit. We need to keep that horse up with us right where they are during the walk the whole time around that trot, but a good strong walk here. Really good quality pivot as we come around. This horse is balanced through his pivot, keeps his spine really nice and straight all the way through, and finishes his pivots well. Steps right into the trot for a really sharp, tight turn, and comes in really straight to the judge. Like to see this exhibitor during the setup kind of think about that left arm a little more, slide it forward just a hair so it's even with our right arm. Does really nice with our inspection. Just make sure we want to cross anytime we cross over during inspection, we want to be glancing over our horse. The judge wants to see that as you are telling the judge, this is how I would show my horse at halter. Does a good job in her backup here. Gets maybe a little close to that danger zone, but really doesn't cross over, so we don't incur the penalty, and a nice finish in the pivot.